So I like lists, I like countdowns. So we're periodically on this show, we're going to do a segment where I rank, I think, the best performances in different categories.
You got a graphic?
Number 4, lists make people angry. Number 3, it gets people fired up. And you would think that he'd be higher. I know the numbers don't bear out. You're number 1 on Greg's list. This was one of the most difficult Greg's lists to put together for many reasons. I'll get into them. I'm just going ahead and announce Shohei Ohtani is the runner-up for AL MVP. Aaron Judge is going to win the award. So is Ohtani having the greatest runner-up MVP season of all time? The criteria here is you had to finish second. So the voting does matter. There are guys that really got, I don't want to say the word I want to say, but they finished like 5th or 6th and they should have won the MVP. But you have to actually finish second in the MVP to qualify for Greg's list. At number 10, usually I do 9, there's so many, it's Mike Trout. Mike Trout stole 49 bags and he missed out his rookie year with a 10.5 WAR to Miguel Cabrera, who won the Triple Crown. Yeah, Miggy had a 7.1 WAR. Trout, 10.5. Good enough for number 10 on Greg's list. Number 9, we're going back to 1961. Mickey Mantle. Yeah, he finished second to some guy named Roger Maris. Maris had 61 bombs and 141 RBIs. Mickey Mantle was actually better. He had 54 homers, 128 RBIs, blew him away in wins above replacement, 10.4 to 6.9. Number 8. Sandy Koufax in 1966. This was his swan song. 27 wins, 1.73 ERA, a whip of 0.98. Roberto Clemente won the MVP with an 8 WAR. Sandy Koufax, 9.7 WAR. He should have won the MVP. At number 7, Lou Gehrig, 1931. Why should he have won the MVP, in my opinion? He drove in 185 runs. 46 homers, 185 RBIs. Lefty Grove won the MVP with 31 victories and a 2.06 ERA. At number 6, these are the best runner-up MVP seasons ever. Joe DiMaggio, 1937. He had 46 bombs, 167 RBIs. He lost to Charlie Gehringer, who at 371 with 14 homers. Joe D, you should have won it in 37. And number 5, Ron Guidry, Gator. Jim Rice won the MVP this year. He had a 7.6 WAR. Guidry, 9.6. Guidry, 25-3 with a 1.74. 25-3 with a 1.74. He's number 5. I got to bring you on camera. Bring me on camera for number 4 because we're in love with Shohei Ohtani for great reason. There's a guy that you might not know about. He played in the 1930s for the Red Sox. He was a mini Ohtani. He led the American League in wins with 25. I'm talking about Wes Ferrell. This is the only play you're going to see. It's on a loop. It's the only video we have of Wes Ferrell. Shame on us. The guy won 25 games. He also hit 347 with a 960 OPS in 179 plate appearances. He finished second to Hank Greenberg. He had a 10.6 WAR that year. Greenberg 7.5. He should have won the MVP. Number 3, it's Shohei. It's Shohei Ohtani this year. What he's doing this year makes him number 3 on Greg's list to Aaron Judge. He's not going to win the MVP. It's really not. We're going to continue to build it up, but he's going to finish as a runner-up. A tremendous season, number 3 on my list. Number 2, I kind of wanted him to be number 1. It's Pedro. Pedro Martinez, in the peak of the steroid era, should have won. He had a 9.8 WAR, 2.07 ERA. Pudge Rodriguez won with a 6.4 WAR. It really wasn't close. Pedro wasn't happy with it. But this whole list is dedicated to Ted Williams. Ted Williams was held back by writers 3 times. He was a runner-up. In 41, he hit over 400 at a 10.4 WAR. Joe DiMaggio, 9.4 WAR. Then in 1942, Triple Crown, 10.5 WAR. Joe Gordon, 7.7 WAR. 1947, another Triple Crown. He was run-up to Joe DiMaggio. He had a 9.5 WAR. Joe DiMaggio had a 4.7 WAR. Ted Williams, the writers had an issue with Ted. They did. He even talked about it later. And he should have won. He won many MVPs, but he should have won those 3. Ted Williams was the bridesmaid of all MVP runner-ups.